Hey guys, I'm at the Woodshed Barber, and this is a video going a little more in depth about why I think one of the best tools on the market right now is the Andis Phenom. So for anybody who's been watching me for a while talk about the Phenom, I talked about it before it released on Concise, this thing. This has been a tool I've had for, let's see, I think it released March. I've had it since November, and I even had one of the early prototypes about 6 months before that. This is a tool I've just been so hyped about, not just because of how good the tool is itself, but just because the potential that it brings to barbers. So I haven't heard anybody really highlight the potential of this tool as much as I'm trying to. So you may get sick of me talking about it. I don't care. I love this tool. So the Phenom, y'all have seen it. It's a very familiar casing, nothing too crazy, nothing too funky. It's very comfortable in the hand. I like this rubber grip, kind of the flat look of it right there. I love the USB-C. I love the charging dock. We've talked about that before. One thing that I think is cool about this is capabilities. For instance, you have the blade that pops on and off. Well, I don't think everybody's realizing what the implications for this is. That blade that pops on and off means that you can quickly almost have a completely different clipper in just a second or two. Instead of having to go grab another clipper or have a smorgasbord of clippers that take up the entire bench that you've got, you got this. So right here, Phenom blade, which is pretty much the phase blade in the standard tooth configuration. It goes from a 4/0 to a 1/0, so a 4/0 to a 1/0 or a 0A, and it's got a click lever. So this is where it gets cool. Let's say sometimes I want the click lever, sometimes I don't. You can take the click off. You just undo the screw, there's a little washer, take it out, turn it around to where the notches are not facing the clipper, put the screw back in. Now you've got a floating lever. Now, but if you do like the click lever, that's where you get to have two of the Phenom blades, and you can have one with it and one without it. Me, I like the clicks on this. I have not done the clickless one yet, but I know I have the option. And so that's nice. Another thing you can do, well, let's say that you really like that blur blade. Well, pop this off, grab the blur blade, pop it on. Once again, completely different cutting mechanism. You have a clipper now that goes from about an OA out to just a little bit less than a 1.5. That's amazing, right? So, well, let's say that's not enough. Let's say, I like the blur blade, but I want something a little bit different. Well, pop that off, grab a bracket that's got the fat blade on it. Pop that on. Now you can go from a 1A out to almost a 2. So you have all this versatility in one clipper. Now this is where I'm hoping that Andis realizes, because I'm telling them this, but the potential here is just amazing. Well, and so instead of just saying it, I'm going to describe it. But let's say they make one that has almost a trimmer blade, top blade on there. No lever. Pop that on. Now I've got a balled out clipper. Pop that off. Let's say they make a detachable top blade that fits on one of these brackets. Let's say they have the 3.5 or the 3 3/4 blade that can be attached to this. Pop that on. with or without the lever, now I've got pretty much a normal feeling, powerful 7,000 RPMs detachable. The potential of this clipper is pretty crazy. And so on top of the fact that, yeah, you have 7,000 RPMs, you have all these nice things that I love about this clipper, the fact that they've not even hit the potential yet of what this clipper can be just gets me so stoked for what the future of Andis, what the future of the Phenom, and what the future of barbering can be. So to me, they named this right, because just like the Phenom in my childhood, Michael Jordan, if this clipper gets all the support and all the additions that it could support and needs, just like MJ, it could be the GOAT. I would love to hear what you guys think about these ideas. Please comment down below. Let's talk about it. And who knows, here in a year or two, we may be looking back at this thinking, man, we did not even hit the tip of the iceberg of what this clipper can be. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please click that like button, subscribe, share this with your barber friends. Let's get this community growing. Let's keep those comments humble and kind, and as always, I'll check you guys in the next one.